Now everybody gonna be like, why should I even trust Ray? Is Ray even legit? Right here in front of you, as that refreshes, just look at that. That is the last 7 days I generated my clients $76,000. I'm also gonna show you my WAP account for one of my old offers right there. That's 1.2 million. So let's jump into this code ass motherfucking video. Now, I've run my own brands and I've been scaling businesses for the last 4 years. Now in my time of doing all this, I've accumulated a lot of knowledge when it comes to e-commerce and then even running an agency. So safe to say I know what I'm doing. Now in this video, I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to start freelance brand scaling. I've seen a lot of these people making content when it comes to freelance brand scaling, and a lot of them are just yapping absolute bullshit. So I'm actually gonna break down some key factors that took me from point A to point B. Essentially allowed me to drop out of school, get some nice cars, live how I wanna live, and just have freedom. Now, what is freelance brand scaling, you might ask? Freelance brand scaling is when you are working as a freelancer, working for different types of businesses. So let's say your niche is clothing. You are an operator that's in that business helping them market. So you hop in, you either do their ads, do their website, run their SMS, their email, and then you could either charge them a retainer, which is a flat fee, or you could charge them a percentage. So for example, let's say you charge a brand 10% of their rev. If they make 30 grand, you get paid 3 grand. On this current moment, I run an agency. I branched out from being a freelancer to running my own agency, where my skill was solidified to a point where I was scaling a good amount of clients, and I learned something that a lot of people didn't know. So guess what? I did a skill transfer. Now I have a pretty big built out team that hops in and actually ends up scaling the brands. But I freelanced for the longest time towards the start when I first started out. That allowed me to drop out, get a nice car, and move out. So shit, it was doing its thing, safe to say. Now, the biggest problem I've noticed when it comes to freelance brand scalers in this current moment is the fact that they suck at 2 things. They either suck at getting clients or they suck at getting results. I'll break that down for you. Before I do that, if you are currently struggling with freelance brand scaling, I am launching my inner circle. So it's link in description. You can go apply. If you actually qualify, we'll take you in. Now, if I was to restart, this is exactly what I would do. You have to understand what shiny object syndrome is. This is what I had towards the start. I was doing 5 to 10 different things at one time. The best advice I ever got was sit down and dial down on one thing and one thing only. Stop trying to juggle around doing trading, doing drop shipping, doing freelance brand scaling. Stop doing that. If this is something you actually like and it resonates with you, then sit down and lock into this and focus on this. Now, one more thing to add on when it comes to shiny object syndrome is the fact that the content you consume matters a lot. A lot of people are spewing out bullshit even when it comes to running an agency or even freelance brand scaling. I was fucking up doing that as well. I was watching 10 to 15 different creators, and then all this information is just getting juggled. One person saying this, one person saying that. I'm lost. Sit down, find 2 to 3 creators that are actually legit, know what they're talking about, and are actually giving good value, and only watch their content. Don't get your knowledge base mixed up with 10 to 15 different creators. It's not gonna work. You're gonna go in circles. Keep that in mind. Now, as a freelancer, you have to understand who you're going to actually serve when it comes to a niche. So what I would recommend is doing a client avatar. I'll have it pop up here, and if you do want to go get the client avatar for absolutely free, it'll be linked in the description. Go get that, sit down, do a client avatar on who you want to serve. Me personally, it's clothing brands, but I've branched out into a lot of lead gen businesses and a lot of info offers as well. But at first, I just stuck with e-com/clothing brands. I did not switch. Now we can manage jewelry brands, makeup brands, even people doing lead gen offers for real estate or their info offers, doesn't matter. But at first, focus on that one niche. Dial down on that one niche, and then you can branch out after once your skill is solidified. Now, let's say you end up picking clothing brands as the niche. What is the next step? You have to do research on their pain points, especially when it comes to marketing. Find out what these people are currently struggling with, write those pain points down, then you can really dial down and understand what's going wrong and how you can hop in and actually solve that problem. Now, the market is very competitive when it comes to freelance brand scaling, so I'll actually break it down and make it easier for you. Now, people like me and other agencies as well, or even freelance brand scalers, offer full stack services. Majority of freelance brand scalers just go in and offer to run ads, but at the end of the day, when someone else is offering something that is a little bit more competitive, it's taking more stress off their shoulders, they're gonna go for that compared to just going for a guy that'll just run your ads. Imagine that you hire someone, they hop in, they take care of your ads, your website, your SMS, your email, your creatives, literally A to Z. Would you rather pick that, or would you rather pick a guy just running ads? We'll go for the full stack. Now, if you were to serve clothing brands, I recommend offering full stack services. So that would be actually taking care of the brand's website, taking care of their SMS and email, taking care of their ads. You could do creatives as an add-on as well. That's gonna make it a lot more competitive, and people are gonna wanna come fuck with you. The biggest thing I would recommend is actually sitting down and dialing down on all these skills. It is not as hard as you think, especially when it comes to AI and what's even going on right now. Making a website is easy as fuck compared to 2 to 3 years ago. It was hard before. Now it's really damn easy. SMS and email flow is easy as fuck. You have maybe a couple brain cells and, you can sit down, maybe take an Adderall or even drink some coffee and just focus. You'll be able to really dial the fuck down and learn these skills. Ads are not hard. Website is not hard. It's common sense and just knowing how to use the actual platform. I'm going to briefly break down these skills, what to learn and how to actually learn it. And if you actually go through my YouTube channel, I've probably been posting for the last 2 years and I have full in-depth tutorials on how to do every single skill. Also, if you're not subbed, go ahead and sub with notifications on because moving forward, I'm going to be dropping a lot more tutorials. Now, the first skill I recommend learning is Shopify web design and just knowing the Shopify platform from the back of your mind. I literally go to bed and I dream about making Shopify websites. That's how much I do it. And guess what? It's just embedded in your head. It becomes a natural thing. You get intuition. Now, the reason why I say learn how to make a website is mainly due to the fact that when you are running ads, customers are landing from point A to point B. They go from your ad to your website. If your website is dog shit, what happens? Are the customers gonna buy? Fuck no. They're not gonna buy shit. This is where I've seen so many freelance brand scalers mess up, especially because I get a lot of clients that come in, they used to work with a freelance brand scaler, blah, blah, blah. You look at the actual website conversion rate, they're just spamming ads to a website that looks like absolutely dog shit. If you actually learn the skill, you will rebuild more clients and clients will want to pay you more because you have a high value skill in making websites and you can even charge for that. That's just a very good high value skill to have. Now, when it comes to websites, you also have to understand what CRO is. What is CRO? Conversion rate optimization. Majority of people are so uneducated to the point that they don't even bother touching the website or even do any type of conversion rate optimization. And then guess what happens? The client is getting their money burned and you're fucking the client in the ass and the client's like, bro, I'm not getting any sales, bro. No fucking shit, they're not getting any sales. The website's horrible. There's stars in the background, there's music playing, nothing's optimized. What is conversion rate optimization? When you sit down and you optimize the actual website for a consumer to land on it and actually convert. So that could be adding size charts when you run a clothing brand, having a theme that actually operates fast and the loading time is actually quick compared to something that takes forever to load. Now, this is what I want you to do after you finish watching this video. Go through my actual playlist on YouTube. I have a playlist on web design. It'll cover CRO and it'll also cover how to make a website from scratch. Go learn that, take notes. The way I learn personally is I grab a notebook, grab a pen and paper and start taking notes. If I'm actually watching something that is, good information rather than bullshit, I'll sit down, I'll write it down. That helps me learn it, embeds it in my head. So I'd say go through that, learn that, then little pointer, come up with a CVR checklist. So every time you're working on a website, you have a little checklist you go through. I cover that in my actual videos. So the next skill I want you to learn is SMS and email marketing. You don't even have to be too crazy at it. However, think of it like this. Imagine you're running ads, the website's good, a lot of people are coming, but let's say they don't have money that day and they start bouncing off. You don't have any SMS and email set up. You're not retargeting anyone. SMS and email marketing allows you to set up flows where you can retarget these customers. So if someone adds to cart, checks out, but let's say they didn't get paid, they get paid tomorrow or day after, it'll start retargeting them. And guess what? That's more money for your client. Your client makes more money, you make more money, you get that fucking rebill. At the end of the day is to make sure you provide the client with a top tier service rather than bullshitting. That's what I've noticed a lot of freelance brand scalers doing. They don't have the skill and they're just working on clients not knowing shit. So I highly recommend, like I said again, through my YouTube, another playlist. I have playlists on all this, so I'm not even gonna tell you to do that. Do it after you watch this video. I'm gonna break down a lot of important points as we move forward. Key tip / pointer I would give you guys too is also the pop-ups when it comes to SMS and email. Those pop-ups collect what? People's information and they get maybe a 5-10% off, and that does lead to a conversion. This is where a lot of people mess up and they don't even set that up. Now, let's talk about meta ads. A lot of people think that meta ads is some complicated thing that you have to have a crazy skill for. There's some secret strategy. No. At the end of the day, what matters more is your actual website, SMS and email backend. You have your fundamentals down, then you start running ads that are going to convert. You can literally start off with broad campaigns, ABO, CBO, low budget, have a good high AOV offer. So what I mean by that is have a high average order value. How do you do that? You bundle up your client's products. So let's say you have a top and a bottom. Let's say you have a hoodie, you have pants. Separate them as products and then use the app called Bundler. Combine those together. And if they buy that together, they get a discount and free shipping. Boom. Advertise that on ads. It's going to hit. A lot of it is just broad off rip, because even making your first like 30 to 50K on ads, especially when you're scaling a brand, you could do that through broad. It's not that hard. All you need to focus on is having a good offer, making sure the website's good, SMS and email is set up, run broad, start off low budget, make sure you're running lifestyle creatives, run a lot of flyers. Flyers convert like crazy for a lot of my clients right now. So run a lot of flyers. So in those flyers, you could add the actual offer. So if you're doing a buy one, get one free, put that in the actual flyer. Run their existing posts that have good engagement. That converts like crazy. People miss out on that. And just combine these things together, run broad, low budget off rip, and slowly build up to it. Ads will convert, but you really got to sit down and dial these skills down. These are just some basics when it comes to learning the skills, but if you actually dial down and get good at these, people will actually want to pay you more and more because you're going to be a lot more valuable in the market. Now, let's actually talk about getting clients. I've seen a lot of people struggle with this. Let's say you do have your skill dialed down and it's solidified. How do you get clients? Now, if I had no clients, this is exactly what I would do. First thing is I would go on my Instagram and optimize it, make myself look like a real human, have actual pictures, highlights. And then through that, I would start outreaching. So you can actually change your algorithm on your Instagram by going on IG, searching up clothing brand. The AI shows you all the clothing brands, and find brands with 1,000 or 2,000 followers and start hitting them up. Even look in their following. The owners usually follow their brands. You can hit them up. Now, when you hit them up, stop trying to pitch them off rip. At the end of the day, people don't want to be sold to. They want to know if you can actually solve their problem or not. So this is what I would say. Have a normal conversation. Get to know these people. Just be like, hey man, I'm new into this space. I want to ask some questions. I want to kind of know where you're at. I want to provide you some free value. I don't even want to charge you nothing. When you secure your first client by offering free value, all you got to ask for after first month of free work is a testimonial. Once you get that testimonial, you can get clients like this. That is on the basis that you get that client results. After the first month, get a testimonial. The month after, be like, hey, let's talk about percentage. Now, let's say you have some clients you want to scale higher. You probably want to get 5 to 10 clients. Same exact thing. Get testimonials, get them to shout you out. And then when people put out a good word and you actually do good work, guess what? More people are going to come to you. It's as simple as that. Now, if you're already getting good results, this is what I would recommend as well. Focus on starting a personal brand. That's what I did. And well, now I'm here. Personal branding helps a lot. Sit down and document your journey. Now, I'm not saying record you going out to go get McDonald's and being like, yeah, I'm gonna change my, no, bro. Let's say you're making a website. Don't focus on getting views, just focus on giving free value. Make a YouTube channel, go on Instagram, go on TikTok, make some short form content about, hey, this is how I made this website and this is how I got my client results. On YouTube, make tutorials. Start doing that. Make a personal brand. It will go a long fucking way. Well, that being said, if you guys do want to join my inner circle, link in description, you can go apply. Now, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you guys subscribe and like. And then if you are struggling with a certain thing, especially when it comes to scaling your brand, your agency, or even if you're a freelance brand scaler, comment down below. I'll be spamming a lot of YouTube videos in the next couple of days, so make sure you're subbed with notifications on.